All right. Woo! Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Michael Dean Show on podcastjuice.net. My name is Michael Dean, and as you are well aware, you're like, what is going on here? These brothers is live. I see them talking. It's not just me listening. Yes, we are trying to get our video game up and running. So without further ado, let me bring in the fellas. Jump those in here. Oops. There we go. First off, we got Mr. Q Storm live in the flesh. Q, what's going on, sir?
Having first world problems, brother.
What's that?
I'm not broadcasting in my office because it is currently undergoing floods from the storms we had. So they got dehumidifiers down there, get rid of mold. And on top of that, I'm looking like Fiddler from Roots because this is my corona due.
You good, brother?
Yeah, you look like.
Uh-oh. You got that Teddy Riley sound system. We didn't hear what you said there.
I can hear myself perfectly. Don't put that on me.
Okay, Babyface. Actually, we won't call you Babyface. We'll just call you Face. How about that?
Damn. I didn't come on the show to be clowned.
That's what we do here. Come on now.
Okay.
Also joining us, Mr. Amp Pooh. Sir, how are you?
Man, I'm hot. I got the youngin over here, so I gotta monitor my mouth, so to speak. But everything's all good.
You gotta monitor your mouth. Okay. I can dig it. Well, how y'all doing? I mean, I know I can see how Q, how you doing. You definitely staying at home, not giving AF. No, I'm just I'm just messing with you, bro.
I rolled out of bed around 10 o'clock, took care of some stuff, made some calls, called to make sure my mother's okay. Then here you come talking. I'm about to take a shower. Here you come talking about, we're about to get on the mics. I'm like,
here you go.
Damn, okay. All right.
Well, man, we've been getting on the mics this time every Saturday for how long now?
No, but I didn't get the memo that we were doing the show. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna chill this morning.
Did you get the memo, Ampu?
Yes, I did.
Okay. There you
that
go.
Just says you like him better than me. That's all that proves.
Well, salute to everybody watching. We are actually going live on Facebook and YouTube right now. So I know for some of me YouTube people, the Prince podcast, and you're like, what is this? Is this Prince related? No, we're not talking necessarily about Prince today. This is one of our other podcasts that is on Podcast Juice. So we talk about all kind of stuff. So this is the Michael Dean Show. So we're going to be just shooting the shit about a lot of things, but welcome. Hopefully you enjoy. And shout out to people leaving comments in there. What's up, Steven? How are you? And you said, have you reached out to Des for an interview? Not recently, but if you go through and search the archives, we interviewed Des years ago, which you can still find on there as well. But all right, man, where should we begin today?
Reached out to Des.
Hey, it might be a first timer coming in. You don't understand our get down.
No, I'm just curious. Like that's just kind of random person to bring.
I don't know. I guess he's on that Teddy Riley too. That brother frozen. But anyway,
you said let it go.
Hey, we live.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know what happened.
You might want to turn off the Pornhub in the background instead of free up your Wi-Fi. You did?
See, Mike, this is why I want to be on camera. If you're gonna be clowning us,
always clowning.
First off, it's not Pornhub. It's my Vidster. Coming to 2000.
Damn.
Apparently, my Vista ain't happy with you. Man, okay.
What is my Vidster?
I'm scared to ask.
Well, clearly, it's like Pornhub. Come on.
Why use it clearly? Hey, man. Do you? And
it's like you brought up a sideline. Hey, don't be yelling at me.
Man, you see, Aunt Pooh is a real black dad. He's doing a podcast, but he is not too busy to correct these youngins. But anyway, Q Storm.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it, man. So there's a new show that's on Netflix called Black AF. Mm-hmm. I believe it's the brother who created Blackish. Was it Mixish?
Mixish.
And Say it again.
He also, I think he wrote Girls Trip.
Yep.
Oh, he did. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. And then that's the other one, Grownish. And I'm sorry if that
Grownish.
train is loud in the background. Sorry about that. So the new one is Blackish, or Black, excuse me, Black AF. Now, before I say what I think about it, what did you think about this show?
Well, one of y'all put the trailer up in the Discord chat maybe about 3 weeks ago, and I was excited. I'm a huge Kirby enthusiast, and I thought, okay, this looks like the black version of that. And I was excited because years ago I tried to produce a black version. I almost got picked up by a network. Didn't happen, but I've always wanted to see that with black people in the mix. And when I saw it, when it first started, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of good. The lead guy, Kenya, yeah, seems kind of whiny to me. His voice and everything. I'm like, and as it went along, man, huh? Kids calling their black parents dicks and all kind of fucks and all that.
Wow.
Wait a minute. This is not Black AF. Because if it was Black AF, he would have been behind bars.
Exactly.
Also, now I know this has been a controversy, but my son started watching it, right? The first thing he said was, now my son's 13, right? First thing he said was, it's interesting how the show is called Black AF, but everyone on the show was so bright. I was like, what's that gif where the guy goes like, damn. I had to put that.
Lord.
Pretty damn bill, man.
These brothers and their
terribly written.
Man.
The show is not very. The show seems like to me it's Kenya trying to ride the fence on being unequivocally black, while also apologizing for being unequivocally black. And I'm like, why don't you just take a position and run with it? If you want to wear the gold chain, stop whining about, oh, did I sell out? I got gold chains. Do I have to do this around white people? If you want to wear the gold chains, wear the goddamn gold chains. That's not something I want to see a whole show based on. And I forget the other criticism I have, but the show is just, it's the same thing that Spike Lee does every now and then. Now, Spike Lee is a very gifted and talented filmmaker. And dare I say it, I think he's a gifted actor.
Pay damn bill.
But he has a tendency every now and then to go off and start preaching. And I'm like, can you just entertain me? I get the fact that you are all black and this is a black milieu. Just entertain me. Same thing with this show. This show seems like it wants to stop and explain. I don't know if it's explaining to me, because I get most of it, or is it explaining to that audience that they think doesn't understand the mainstream audience? I don't know. It's like, just entertain me. The best show that did that outside of the Cosby Show was the Bernie Mac show. The Bernie Mac show, it was set in California, LA. He had, it involved his, his celebrity status every now and then, but it was just a black family dealing with shit that all families deal with. That's not the case with this show. So that's just my long and short of it. I could go into more detail, but I don't want to hog the floor.
All right. Ampu, did you see did you watch Black AF? Excuse me.
Yeah, I watched all the episodes. I'll admit the first episode, it was losing me. I was like, what the fuck? And on top of that, props to Kenya. He's a very talented writer. Clearly, he's a phenomenal producer. Well, I'm so sorry, a successful producer. Got 3 shows on television, as well as doing some movie stuff. But my dude, as an acting, like the phrase, like Cube says, stick to producing. It's good, Rodney. But as the show went along, he got better at it, and I liked some of the themes that they were attacking. Episode 5 was a really great episode, talking about how critical we should be when it comes to black products, black films, and should we just support because it is Black, or do we need to be critical in order to raise the level, take it to a next level of the type of projects that we put out? And then 6, 7, and 8, I really enjoy, especially the final episode, which was kind of funny. When he was just like his wife pulled a him on him, like because he was saying that all their trips before he was working, and he's like, well, yeah, I found a way to get paid. I mean, I found a way to get a vacation while I get paid to work. It's like it ain't the same as we planning this vacation and then you find a way to put some work in it. And it was just really cool to see that whole dynamic. And it had a message of, you know, trying to work, how to be successful, how to move within Hollywood, as well as, you know, be self-aware of the privilege you now have. And at this, I mean, I enjoyed it from the sense of these shows, pretty much all of these shows are based on his life. Blackish is based on his life. He has these multiple kids. He has a mixed race wife, actually named Rainbow, who's I believe she's a doctor in real life, just like on the show. So now he has this show where Blackish was him trying to become successful. This show is about, this is my life now as I am successful, and trying to walk that fine line of giving Black audiences and being Black, and then dealing with the success of it and how it's affecting his family, which will be interesting in season 2 is that in real life, Kenya Burris and his wife got a divorce. How are they going to play that into the show? Because it seems to be based on his rise to success and how it affects him and his family. So to me, I really enjoyed the show after episode 3.
Okay. Now I'll admit I've only seen 2 episodes. I saw the first episode and episode 5. In episode 5, guest starred, or he had a scene with Tyler Perry, which I thought was very, very well done. But I'll say this about the show. I enjoyed Blackish when it first came out, and I watched it for a little bit. And then it just kind of, you know, got tired to me or whatever, but I still think it was cool. I watched Grownish for a little bit. And as a 50-year-old father of a young 17-year-old girl, there's only so much I could take of the realities of what's going on out here with our kids. I mean, ain't no different, I suppose, than the shit that we was doing. But my heart couldn't handle some of the situations. I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready for that right now. So I stopped watching that. This show here, I question who this show is written for. It's called Black AF, and I assumed it was going to be written, dare I say, for Black people. But as I watched it, I was like, nah, this almost is, it's like it's just too much over explaining Blackness or this person's idea of being Black in these situations. And these are things that I would imagine most Black people, we already know that. Like, why would I want to watch a show that's like telling me water is wet all the time? Like, I know we got to work hard, or this happened, people proceed. I get all that. So I feel like this is like trying to explain to white people or something. And I get, and listen, salute to that brother.
Hold up.
Go ahead. Jump in.
I'm so sorry. This is breaking news. TMZ is reporting Kim Jong-un is dead.
Oh, wow.
I mean, TMZ rarely gets it wrong. I just saw it. I'm like, whoa, what the? Wow. Sorry about that.
No, that's good. No, that's gonna be that's kind of hitting me later, ramifications of that. But yeah, that's a major thing. We might cycle back to that. So I was saying Black AF. So to me, it's like I was just kind of like, okay, I get it. But I'm gonna jump to something Q said. The father, and he looked like he was an older gentleman, you know, gray and stuff. Why was he whining? Like,
why was he what?
Whining.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand why they. I'm like, whose man is this? You a grown ass man with a family. They're balling out of control. They do not represent statistically Black households or Black people in the United States. Do not live like that. I'm just being. Man, I want to hear that, but they don't. This dude, we had like a Bugatti or something like that. He pulled up in, just like it wasn't nothing. He's dressed like borderline. Look at me, I got the gold chain and this. I'm like, who is he trying to impress? Nigga, you made it. Like, it's like he's trying to like throw I'm down or something in somebody's face, and he don't seem to be around a lot of black people. So I didn't understand why was he almost looks like a caricature of what they think a black person who made money would look like.
But
Or
if I may,
go ahead.
You have to admit that when you can see decade after decade, when we get money and that type of money,
Sure,
we kind of act a fool. And there's a reason why Bugatti is on everybody's tongue, because everybody's like, oh, I got money to buy a Bugatti.
right.
You're talking about the gold chain. Unfortunately, I mean, come on, you know you had a gold chain. You know you had it. You did,
but I'm not saying that people don't.
yeah. So I'm just saying. I think that might be an unfair criticism to say that might be wrong or fake, but that's kind of reality. Kanye talking about I went to Jacob to get this new chain. That's how we are.
see, that's what I was trying to say. I think Mike hit it on the head. He rolls up in the Bugatti. He's got, what do you call them? Dookie chains? Is that what they used to call them?
Right.
Big fat gold chain. He's got the gear on, all the kit on, right? So he wants to me, but then all the shows seem to be like him feeling guilty about that. So that's him riding the fence saying, oh, I gotta look like I'm down. I gotta look like I'm down when I'm really not. So I gotta give a little bit and take a little bit. I gotta complain about all this shit that I bought, that I got, like Mike said, so that they don't think I've sold out. So it's like he doesn't want to commit to anything. If you want to wear the shit and buy the money and spend the money, do it and stop apologizing for it. It's like Robin Harris said, that joke he says, people always ask me if I make a lot of money, am I going to change? And he says, you goddamn right I'm gonna change. What the fuck I'm gonna stay around here for? So
Okay.
why just own that and stop apologizing for it and just entertain me.
Okay, let me come back. Let me finish my take on the. We can.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. My bad.
That's all good. Niggas. Another thing I would say, I just feel like, and again, I don't know, man. It's I had a problem with him whining so much. I had a problem seeing a grown man who is successful. He just seemed like a bitch to me. That's just how it came off, and I couldn't understand. Like, you had wife, you got kids. He's apparently very successful. I got people working for him, and he just went on this whole rant over and over, and I almost turned it off. I was like, I don't want to hear this shit. So that kind of turned me off. And again, are there people that live like this? I'm sure there are. I just have a problem with the kids, and I said the same thing online. I said his kids is talking wild, reckless to him.
He has no control over his kids as a black father.
That's not no black. I guess that's black AF. That's ratchet AF, no matter if you got money or not. But I was just like, you got to get that together first. How are you going to be doing all this other stuff and your daughters is talking crazy and all this? So I was just kind of thrown off by it. I look at that show, and to me, it's like wish fulfillment TV, and that's cool. I don't think it's not keeping it real to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what he thinks he's doing. To me, keeping it real would probably be a show that is more aligned of good times than it would be that. And what I mean by that is this. I'm gonna tell you why. I know she said you don't like to hear this, but I would imagine statistically, the average wealth of a black family is nowhere near what that is representing to you on that TV show. Let's be very clear, right? The reality is probably a lot of us in this country are paycheck to paycheck. And you know what I mean? Like, you don't have Bugattis, and you're not dealing with the issues of TV shows and all that. You're dealing with, do I have a job? What's my kids and all this type of stuff. So I don't think America would want to show that black family on TV. That's why they don't have shows like that. Like, most of this black stuff that we see is Empire, right? They're balling out of control. Most people don't live like that. It's a fantasy. Power. Balling out of control, drug dealer, fantasy. Most people do not live like that, not regular people. In this show, right? They on beyond the 1%. Most of your friends are not TV producers. I'm balling out of control, working regular jobs. And what other show, you know what I mean? Like they don't normally show the reality of a black, because it probably wouldn't be an entertaining show. And so I'm not saying this show has to be that way, but I'm just like, it doesn't represent, in my opinion, real black life versus what this does. This to me is way more fantasy. I know it feels good for us to be able to see us being successful and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. That helps us out, but it ain't showing us. I don't think some of these shows are really going to show you the real down and dirty of what we go through. At least not in 2020. That's my opinion. So this show is cool. It's just not written for me. You know, I won't be watching it, but I don't think it's terrible either. Now we can jump in, or you guys wanted to jump in. Go ahead. Can't hear you there. Babyface, turn your mic on. All right. There you go.
Okay. You're not talking about my shit on screen. Nobody would know if you see. Okay. That you's calling me out. That you's calling me out. That's one thing. Again, I'm not saying anybody has to be like anyone else, but I mean, Larry David parlayed his fake life and real life into 10 years on HBO. If Kenya Barris had just done a show portraying his life similar to that, it wouldn't matter to me that he's not necessarily the best actor, because I feel like, well, this is real life. Or if he just has, situations that are funny, and stop, like you said, stop trying to preach to some audience that, who are you talking to?
Well, that audience may be who the show is really made for. So I can understand that. Like it might be made to show white people, hey, this is what we go through. That's fine. It's just not written for it. Like I said, I'm not one of them, so there's no need for me to watch something like that. But I ain't mad at him. Go get your money. He obviously knows how to navigate this world out here to get his paper and to be a success, and he knows what they want to see, and he's giving it to them.
But I'm gonna say it again. I might catch smoke for this. I don't care. But I just wish black people could be comfortable in their blackness without having to ring the bell about being black. And I'll say again, Cosby Show did that very well. Bernie Mac Show did that very well. Even some of the shows that were more black centric. Like I'm thinking about Rock. I'm thinking about 227, Out All Night, all those shows back in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. Different World was a little different because it was a black college.
Somebody said South Central. That was one of my favorites as well too.
Okay.
Lorenz
I was going to say Different World, but because of the nature of being an HBCU, I think that was appropriate. But they still didn't teach and preach. They just made me laugh. And that's the main thing. That, like Eddie Murphy said, that's the key to it. Make me laugh.
Big Sex, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Now, did you see the show?
I saw 7 of the 8 episodes.
Oh, okay. We'll jump on in here, sir.
Well, a lot of what Ant said really resonated with me because it did start off a little shaky. And then you have this one guy, I forget the dad's name, but I'm looking at it as this is his experience. And when you ran into the filmmakers in episode 5, it was like, well, shit, I can't win. I criticized this one guy whose film I honestly didn't like. 3 of the 4 filmmakers like, you know what, you're on your own. And Miss Lena Waithe comes out, says one thing, publicly goes the other way. The guy does whine a bit. It reminds me a little bit. I'm going to go back here.
I see why you're laughing. I'm sorry.
But fuck y'all.
It has nothing to do with you. Lena Waithe the way all the time.
Hilarious.
She going back to like 87, there was a show on ABC called 30 something.
Oh yeah.
Successful people to me were steady whining. They weren't successful on this level, but every time I look up, and that's what the dad was doing. I think the mom was a bit of a, I don't want to say caricature, but she was a bit of a caricature. And the whole premise of the cinema verite thing is done to death. You know,
Yes.
be it on Community,
That's the other thing I was gonna say. Yeah.
be it on Community, be it on Modern Family, be it on Office, whatever the fuck. That is done to death. Oh, this is my college application. I don't give a damn. Write the letter, you know, like everybody else does, and play your cards right. Unless you want to do a cinema verite and you're playing the role of Lori Loughlin, that would be interesting. But I digress. I thought it was Lori Loughlin, you know, Buy Your Way into College, Lori Loughlin. Her.
Yeah.
I am, you know, again, I'm at the point now with Netflix, especially. They're at the tipping point of content. I was scanning through there last night. There's a show on it. Oh, geez. I want to say it's called the Color Train Circus or something like that. It's about a hardcore pornography store in LA. I'm serious. I'm like, you made a series around this?
It's a pornographic.
So Netflix. Store. Oh yeah. You know, so I understand that Netflix is trying to do their thing. I don't think the show panders. I do think it tries to ask the unanswerable question of what is quote unquote blackness. You know, what does it mean to this guy? What does it mean to his family? The scene with his family showed up for the barbecue was very telling because as he's setting the party up, he's like, look, move my cars, put the lights over here. And they got Mike Epps to play the role because that's what Mike Epps does. And I thought, yeah. Then they went ahead and threw a curveball at me. They talked about Some Like It Hot in relation to this new movie that the guy hates. And he's like, man, that's just Tootsie. That's Some Like It Hot. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. He's making, the family he was so down on is making him think, making him question his own shit, which is always a good thing. For a first attempt, let's see where it goes from here now. The players are all in place. We've done all the exposition. Now let's see where it's going to go moving forward.
Yeah, that episode 5 to me, that was an excellent one. I don't know if the other ones are on that level, but that one to me was asking some real questions. I think it was brilliant to have Tyler Perry on there because to me, it's always the argument where people's like they shit on Tyler Perry's movies, but then at least I know many of my family members swear by those movies, own them, love them, and watch them. And then you hear some people, oh no, those are the most terrible, vile. I mean, they're not even real movies. But for other people, those are the real movies. And I thought that episode really addressed that.
But
go ahead.
I thought it was the best episode easily of the. Well, I only watched up to episode 5. Was it a total of 8 episodes? I think it's 8. Yeah. But it was the best. And I say I don't like Tyler Perry's product, but I've always consistently said I think he needs to exist. I don't want him to go away. And I said on the Discord chat, props. Even though I may disagree with him, I can't help but respect what he said on the show, right?
Oh, he kept it a buck on the show.
What happened?
No, I said he kept it a buck on the show. Like that was a Tyler Perry. I need to see more of that Tyler Perry. Like he's like, I don't give a fuck.
The question I have is, and this is where I don't understand Kenya Barris, where I say he tries to ride the line. So he had that whole that was easily 2 or 3 minute segment in that show where he seems like he learns that we have to be accepting. We don't have to agree, but we should be accepting of most black product. Okay, all black product has a need to exist. So then, if he understands that, why does he go to the movie premiere and then call out the young director? You see, so I don't understand I think the best shows, whether they're comedy or whatever, they do have some sort of message that is coming through to me as the audience. And I'm like, you still seem conflicted. What's going on here? I just didn't. It seemed like that ending kind of upended the whole point of the show.
I don't think he called out the director. I think it was more about can we be critical of black products?
Oh, yeah, you
have to accept it all as as what it is, or as something else. Why can't we Hey, look, I didn't like this particular one, and here's why. Did that, they turned on him.
As did Lena Waithe. I thought that was
Oh,
a
fuck up.
ballsy move for her to do that, seeing as people gave her smoke for turning on. Didn't she turn on a cast member or something like that in real life?
No. She didn't fire one early enough. That's what she didn't do.
She didn't turn on him.
No, he needed to go.
Oh, and speaking of my guy, what's his name?
Jason Mitchell.
Jason Mitchell. You see the story?
Oh,
He got arrested for
He's done.
drugs or gun charge or something.
Yep.
Damn, bro, come on.
Reminds me of Columbus Short. He started getting into some trouble, and then he got fired from the show, and then it got worse for him.
But Columbus Short got movies out. Like I see him when I be flipping past, the little Hulus and the when you get to the third page of the.
But I mean,
I be seeing his picture on movie. I'm like, he working. But yeah, oh boy, man, I hope he gets it back together, man, because
he's finished. Well,
there's always a place for it, man.
He's not gonna get no more chances.
You never know. You never know.
Man, I always say there's a whole market.
Bob Lowe got another chance.
Those Christian movies, that you flip by. Clifton Powell be on them, man. That's my guy. He be on all the movies, like getting the check. He went from Chauncey to Deacon, but then
he's on Black Lightning too.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And guess what? A deacon. Oh, actually, he's a pastor of the church.
Okay.
Well, to me, bringing it back to Black AF, there are, because you were saying earlier that this isn't the average Black family. And I'm like, okay. And there are different lived Black experiences. And I think they're all worthy of being shown. Isn't that what we want? I mean, how can we complain about this when there's 50-11 shows like Modern Family? How the hell, for me, I'm like, how the hell the gay couple, one's a lawyer, one's a high school football coach, and they got this dope ass spot at Hyde Park that I know are $1 million homes, but we accept that. But somehow when someone who this is based on his life, we're like, nah, that's not the Black experience. The Black experience is a number of different ways. Yours is not from I grew up in the hood. Q is from Indiana. Mark.
That's why I said statistically, though.
I think we need to be accepted. First of all, there are more wealthier Blacks today than ever there has been.
No doubt about it. But it doesn't take away what I just said. Statistically, we don't live like that. I know that there are successful. Of course, there are more. But I'm just saying, just raw numbers. You look at the average net worth of a Black family, majority of them do not fall into middle class. That's just a fact.
I think you can say that the same thing about white families too.
Right, but they have the power structure. We don't. That's the difference.
That's good. Well,
so when you run everything, then yeah, you control all. We know you good, but when you ain't, then it matters. Like, because the thing I don't want people to see is they look at this show and think that that's how the majority of us.
Oh, nobody's thinking that, Mike.
Well, I'm saying I know we don't, but it ain't really written for us. So I'm just saying I don't want people to think like, oh, what are you talking about? I just saw them. I watched the show on ABC. You guys are great. Like, what do you need any more? You don't need any more regulations, or what do you need reparations for? You guys are rich.
That's not going to happen. Don't worry about that.
Okay, Chase and Dixon, he put in the chat, why would you ever watch a show called Blackish, Mixish, or Black AF? I don't understand. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand that question. What are you trying to say? Please follow up.
I don't understand it either. I would watch it because it's good. That's the only reason I got.
All right. Well, hopefully if he jumps back in the chat, we'll jump to it. But we'll keep moving. Oh, go ahead. You finish it out. Go ahead.
One last Netflix show that Mike, you and I talked about it. Ozark. Okay, I'm all on board. Episode 5 I got to last night, season 1.
Mm-hmm.
My man be fucking up, but I like Jason Bateman, but he be fucking up though. But I'm pulling for him. Oh my God, they put up a cross. Wow, it's
a good show, man. It's a good. Now you made me. There's one other thing I want to bring up on Netflix. There's a new movie called Extraction. I say it starring Thor. What's his name in real life? Chris Hemsworth. Listen, real quick, for all my action junkies, This is a must watch. This is damn near probably, I would say, my favorite movie of the year so far, which is not saying much.
Whoa.
Not saying much.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
So we're not going to clown anymore when I say Unstoppable was the best movie of 2012.
I didn't say this was the best movie.
Come on now.
Year.
Come on.
So far. And we're in a year where no movies have really come out. But in terms of action, I can easily say this has got to be the best movie of the year so far. Listen, simple plot. A drug dealer's son gets kidnapped, and they call in a mercenary team led by Thor to come and get him. And there's some, I don't know, they're in Bangladesh or something. If you like, oh, you know what? This is what I say. You know how I always talk about Batman v Superman, the warehouse scene with Batman, where he's taking everybody, and how that scene is dope. This whole movie's like that. The way it looked like the same people who choreographed that, because there's a scene early on, it just was so brutal, and it was just like that. And this is also heavily influenced by John Wick. So if you like the action of John Wick, this movie is for you. There's a damn near a 12-minute action piece in this that they make it look like it's all cut with one shot, but you can tell they kind of tricked a little bit. Intense, man. Just balls to the wall, savagery, action, gunplay, car chase. I'm telling you, man, Netflix, they got one right here. This show, this is my movie, right? This, you know, for me, like I like watching movies. I'd be like watching, that's all I was doing. Like it's this official, man. So it was written by one of the Russo brothers that did Infinity War and Endgame.
It was written by one of them?
Written and produced, I believe. It's actually based off a comic book that they wrote as well. So this is technically a comic book movie. It's just not a superhero comic book movie, but it is based off of a graphic novel comic. I'm telling you right now, the movie is cold. So you need something to watch tonight. Go watch Extraction, Thor. They bodying people. This is, man, this movie's so cold-blooded. The gangsters in this, they throwing kids off of roofs. Yeah, it's for some it might be a little too much, but to me, I was like, yo, they're not playing out there. This is in Bangladesh. They on some savage. It was like little kids. They was trying to get the kids to snitch. And he looked at the little kids, and he's, oh no. He told this man, go over there, picked him up. Boom. Who's next? I was like, damn.
Why are you laughing at that, Mike? Why are you laughing? That's not funny. That's not funny. That's the same dude. Grownish or whatever the show was. The little girl.
Oh, no, listen. This is a different. I mean, this is action. This is not reality.
Oh, okay. Hashtag.
It's different. Hashtag is different. But anyway, yes, I'm gonna get off their nuts. But that show is incredible. All right. Let's jump into somebody asked, are we talking about Prince? No, this is not the Prince podcast. I know this is on you're on YouTube, you see that, but we're not going to be going into Prince. We may talk about Prince later, but it's not about Prince. Okay. We never really talked about the aftermath of Teddy Riley and Babyface and what we thought about it. So actually I'm gonna go to Big Sexy first, since you're over there sounding like the Joker. What did you think of?
Why is he hidden, by the way? Why can't we see him?
I mean, we got a camera.
Damn. This dude got Range Rovers, Escalades, eating risotto, traveling, and got a camera.
Black AF.
Really cute. See, the reason that a camera isn't good in every sense, look at Mike and I'm looking at you. You're like a bum off the street, man. Shave it up. Tighten it up, man. Tighten it up.
Damn.
Tighten up your sexy.
Pew, pew, pew.
Wow, he said tighten up your sexy. Okay.
Tighten up your sexy, man.
Hey, man.
I don't know where that one's going. But
maybe if you had come on the show on time, you'd know why I look like this.
Okay.
See, ladies and gentlemen, here it comes. That's a perfect segue to invite you to our Discord chat. Shoot, I'll try to put the link in there, but the Discord chat gets a little wild without naming names.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. See, why you doing this, Mike? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
That's what I do. But yeah, it gets
One
a
of
little
these
wild
things
in
is
there.
like the other.
I actually had to step in this week and like separate these brothers because it was just a little too much. But we back now. Everybody's back and healthy.
And before y'all get to talking, he wasn't talking about me at all.
I ain't saying no names.
Now, I wonder who he's talking about now. I can't even guess.
Hilarious. All right,
Move right along here.
Yeah, let's get back to Jam. So, Big Sexy.
Well, the overall experience, it was great to see two cats of their magnitude do this, and just to do it because of our current situation. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about trying to sell anything. It was like, let's just do this and hang out and have a good time. Unfortunately, there were some technical issues on my man Riley's side both times. And then from a strategic standpoint, to me, he left a lot of stuff in his pocket, man. I don't know why he tried to. This reminds me of Ray Leonard when he fought Marvin Hagler. Hagler is a stone killer, but Hagler tried to out Ray Leonard. That ain't gonna happen. That's why he lost the fight. Here, Teddy tried to outface Face. No, you ain't gonna do that. You know, you take it to the club, bring out your bangers, and let them burn. He didn't do that. You know, and that's what ended up costing him in the Are we gonna go by song break?
No.
No. Well, there's a section in the second take where it was just a straight Babyface beat down. Why? They were all his banging ballads. That's it. He had nothing for him. Now, instead of trying to match, you know, ballad for ballad. Now, granted, Let's Chill should have got a little love, but he should have threw out, you know, Groove Me. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
He didn't do that. You know, he didn't throw out We Can Spend the Night. Yep. Nope. Didn't bring that either, man. He left them all on the table, and because that's what I was ready to hear, you know, and that's where I think Teddy blew it, because it was very close until that second portion where Face just laid those ballads on him in a row, and that's what turned the tide.
Yeah, real quick, my takeaway on it, and I went into this thinking Teddy was going to win, just like a clean, blowout. But the thing about it that mattered to me so much more was Babyface's demeanor and his strategy. Yeah. You know, Babyface came in like the older gentleman, and he was like, "Oh, okay, this kid can clearly maybe outdance me, or he be in the club doing this and the third." But Babyface was like, I'm that smoothed out player type cat that's just gonna kind of just look at you and that's cute. You know what I'm saying? That was nice. You know, he never really fed into any of sort of the overhypeness of what I thought Teddy brought. And I think he came down to like a card player. You know, it was like Teddy he said, "What is that?" Yeah, that's his intermission scream. That's our people. But Teddy had like a better card hand where he could have clearly probably have won the game, but he didn't know how to play his cards.
That's exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what
and Babyface knew how to play his hand and conceive like, okay, you gonna throw that down? Let me throw this whoop, and it just messed up Teddy's whole mind of what he was doing, and so he was just being reactionary the whole time. He was never like leading the thing. Babyface led it. You know, even when Teddy had bangers that would just come in, but he just threw them in like a haphazard way. Oh, you got that? Okay, how about this one? And it's like, dude, you save that for later. Like you use that to crush somebody, not just to throw it out because you panic. And to me, that's how it ended up playing out. And then when Babyface, and again in his oh so smooth way, said, "Oh yeah, well, you know, let me get the guitar here." Yes. I was like, oh, he's clowning. I mean, I was like, he's actually so conniving with it. He does it in such a nice, smoothed out way. But I thought that was the body blow, and he bodied Teddy with that one. It's like whatever happens at this point, he's got Teddy. Teddy couldn't even sit still. He was like doing all this. Like, nigga, sit down. Sit down and pay attention to what's going on. So I love. I'm a Teddy Riley guy, but I I had to give it up to Babyface. That dude bodied him, in my opinion. Just the finesse of how he did things and the smoothness of it. And he got cuts, man. And I think it matched the way he was in, dressed smooth with his drinks on the side, flexing with the Grammys in the back. And then he was just throwing out shots. It was slow jams with the ladies and all. It was over. So that was my opinion.
Wait.
Go ahead.
There was that one time where I think Face had to get out in front of a beatdown when Teddy threw "I Want Her" on him, and rather than just coming back, Face had to go into his whole diatribe. Yeah, I really appreciate how you brought New Jack into the. You were really good. It's like, okay, he's trying to. He understands he just got smacked across the face.
And he played it by being super humble about it. It was like, I'm gonna kill him with kindness. Like, I'm gonna take away the blow of it because I'm gonna acknowledge that you came up with some shit. So now you can't use it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna give you credit for that. And
I just thought the way you respond is you just throw another hit on them. Don't be all that. Okay, kumbaya. Just throw out the hits.
Okay.
But I will say this. I grew up in Indianapolis. So we moved there when I was 10 years old, 1977. And Babyface is from Indianapolis. I never met him. I met his brother or cousin or whatever they are from After 7. I'm admitted, I had no idea Babyface wrote half the material he put out there. Did Teddy Riley, I thought, you can clown me if you will, didn't he produce and write for I'll Be Sure too? Or do I have that wrong?
I want to say I think he did do one, at least. I know he did a couple of I'll Be Sure songs.
But why didn't he throw out some of those joints? Like, if he did Night and Day, that would have shut it down. Or I don't know if he did that or not.
I don't know if it shut it down.
Nah.
Night and Day.
There was a lot of stuff he didn't throw. He didn't do remember the time during the actual battle either. Like, there was a lot of shit he didn't do.
So that's what I took away from it. I thought Teddy Riley, it was going to be a clean sweep, but I like I said, I had no idea Babyface was going to come that strong.
And what Violet was saying, when Teddy did the Janet song, he was like, "Oh, let me put this on." And he played "I Get Lonely," and then Babyface was like, "Who wrote that?" Oh, well, I did the remix. Oh, you do a remix? Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know remix mattered. And he was like, "Well, I don't do remixes." I was like, "God damn!" Sit down, Teddy.
Yeah, for me, you made the point. This was like somebody who had somebody playing spades, and he had the ace of spade, the two jokers, the ace of king, the ace of jack and queen, had all the other aces, and somehow managed to not play them at the right time and lose the hand. It's all, I mean, all my spade players, I know what I'm talking about. When you got your right time to cut and you F it up. And I'm looking at Babyface and Teddy. I'm looking like, what the hell? Like, for example, he played "Gotta Get Me Home Tonight," and I was just like, okay, it's a nice jam, but you going up against Babyface. Why are you bringing that song out? Come on. I mean, it was popping in 96, 97, but nobody really messing with that song anymore. And then he went on his clout chasing and pulled out "The City Is Mine," the song he did with Jay-Z, because he figured, oh, that's how I'm gonna win the young people back. And I'm looking on Twitter, I'm looking in the chat, they're like, why you play that shit? Nobody liked that. Like, get out of here. And Babyface even kind of like, oh yeah, you the song you did with Jigga. Yeah, okay. Shout out to Jigga. I was just like, he played it so well. And then the other thing is, like you said, he didn't play Remember the Time. He didn't play Don't Leave Me. He didn't play Joy. He didn't play there's another song.
No Diggity.
No Diggity. And I'm just like, what are you waiting on?
Well, I don't think they got to really finish it, right? Didn't they it was some sort of technical thing happen?
There was 3 songs left, and he ain't played none of those 4 yet.
Gotcha.
And mind you, and the thing for me, Devin Haley, she said that nobody won. I'm like, nah, Babyface won that, because Babyface didn't play one Whitney Houston song. And in my opinion, he was ahead on my scorecard, he didn't even get to End of the Road.
Real quick, just to jump in, I want to thank King and Queen. Thank you for the donation. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and I just think And in my opinion, Babyface, he made some miscalculation. He played "I'm Ready" by Tevin Campbell, which I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. And he played that Karen White song. I was looking at the Instagram chat and on Twitter, people like the first Karen White song he did, "The Way You Love Me." I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have played that up against "I Like" by Guy.
I would, but I hear you. I would.
And in my opinion, like you said, I thought Teddy Riley would route this, but Babyface knew how to curate those songs, and he knew how to get the audience back with the nostalgia, with the love song. Because Red Light Special, I'm like, nah, man, you should play Baby, 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 but that got the people in it on his side. And On Our Own, which nobody remembered that was his song, that was a good way to get ahead of him playing In the Closet, which I didn't think Teddy Riley was going to play, but he brought that out. And I'm like, okay, to me, that's a tie, but I'd have to go with In the Closet because I'm not going to do ties. And just overall, Babyface, just a master class.
But he played In the Closet. I may not have seen it. He played In the Closet
early on, too. That's why I didn't understand that. Yeah.
And you're going to play that over Remember the Time?
Well, I mean, he probably was saving Remember the Time. But
yeah, he got thrown off his game, in my opinion, like because these songs he should have been playing, but he went to other stuff just kind of reactionary. Like I felt he was just like, oh, I got some MJ, let me play this, and then he played In the Closet. I was like,
yeah, because like to me when Teddy Riley played Just Got Paid, I was like, okay, this is his round. And then Babyface was smart. He played Rock Steady by the Whispers, and then first of all, everybody was like, oh, you did that, and then that was a cut. So it was either a tie on my scorecard. I gave it to the Whispers, but that was a tie for most people. So it's like you pulled that out, and Babyface knew exactly what to play to get the audience back.
This nigga here. All right, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, who won? To me, I think we won. I think the culture won. It was exciting to see. I'm glad that the first day they had the problems, and then they came back and got it together. And all those people was like what, 500,000 or something people watching.
Yeah, they broke the internet with that one.
That was incredible, man. And
yeah, 5,000. They were saying that people couldn't get in, so they were going to YouTube. Somebody that was streaming it and watching it there. So it probably could have been close to 750.
Wow, that's incredible, man. For these two cats that have been in the game for so long to draw a crowd. Now, again, it came at a time where we're all captive audience, locked in our houses and stuff. And yeah, I thought it was great. It was great, man. I want to see more. I guess people are saying now there might be a Diddy and Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully Diddy was paying attention and like, okay, you think Dre can win that, but if you play the songs the right way, you can convince people that you got the better cuts.
I would more so want to hear some stories as they play these songs, particularly with those two gentlemen, because at a certain point their things sort of, not them personally, but their empires sort of collide, right? It was a tragic moment in music, so it'd be very interesting. I would love to see Dr. Dre get up there. I hope Diddy don't be up there doing just sit down. That's all I'm saying.
Who?
Diddy. I'd rather, if he's gonna do it, just sit down, bro. I know, because he won't want to get in. Just sit down, play the song.
Breon, that's the dancer in the background.
On his white suit.
Yes, I was like, sit down. But all right.
But there is talk that they're definitely going to be doing JD versus Dallas Austin. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think that happened last night. I could have sworn I saw them up there. And it was more not a battle. They were more like it was a who wrote this type thing. Because I think they have a label together. So they're like partners. But yeah, they did it last night, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. At least they were on live together last night. I'll say that. All right. Let's jump into some of these questions. Oh, of course, if you're on YouTube, please do us a favor and hit that like button. Help us out. Show us some love. We're just jumping somebody. Somebody said, I get this all the time. Are you still trying to interview Jesse Johnson? But of course, we would love to have Jesse on there. And it's going to happen at some point. I think it's just a matter of, when Jesse's ready to come out with whatever he's working on. We'll get him on there. Salute to his manager. Real good dude. All right. Oh, I know I was going to ask. This is one. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Michael Jackson Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ampu, he was talking to me about we should do a MJ versus Prince thing, whole thing. Now we still may do that, but as we're sitting here right now, we got people in the chat room as well. Who want to hold down? Who want to hold Mike down? You want to do a cue?
See, okay. If it's based on, it has to be songs that the artist wrote. Is that correct?
No, not.
I would say no.
No
but,
contest.
Yeah, because that'd be kind of.
Wait,
we can set our own rules. What would you like to do?
I think Michael Jackson wins that one. Well, I don't know, man. I just think.
I tell you what.
Let me just say. Let me.
Before that, we're going to go through the line a little bit. So we're not going to decide a winner right now. I'm just saying. Would you like to kind of represent Mike and drop some of his songs? We're not going to play the songs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll represent him.
Okay.
This is funny.
We're doing this, off the cuff. Who wants to hold down Prince? Like, purely. Okay, you got that, Big Sexy. Now, me and Ampu will just be jockeying on both sides. We're just gonna be playing the middle. We're gonna be on our Black AF. How about that? So let's go down the line. And those in the chat, please let us know what you think. So let's start with the first song. And Ampu, do you have that chart? It was like a picture that was going around.
It's in the Prince podcast link or chat in Discord.
We're gonna get this together, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have it out right here. What's it say? It says I
just put it in the team chat if you want to see.
Well, with that said, you tell me the first round songs. Please.
Okay. Damn. Hold on just a moment. So the first round songs are for Michael Jackson, "Wanna Be Starting Something." For Prince, "Let's Go Crazy."
Okay.
So which one is better? What's the question?
Make your argument.
Yeah, make your argument for each one. I'm gonna let you go first, Q Storm.
Well, see, I prefer "Let's Go Crazy."
Well, didn't say that.
But okay, no, all right, listen. Here's my argument. I have to be like Big Say. I have to be an attorney. Even though my client is guilty, he's still entitled to a defense. And that works in so many different levels when I'm talking about Michael Jackson. Anyway,
had to get that in, huh?
Here we go.
"Wanna Be Starting Something." I will defend that song by saying that it's a perfect way to start an album. It gets the party started. It's a long. When Michael Jackson has if you look back, a lot of his intro songs on his albums, they kind of have that anthemic type of feel where they go a little bit longer, like 7 minute mark, maybe.
Wow.
I don't know if the song is that long, but you understand the point I'm making. And it's a crowd rouser, and it opens the second most sold album on the planet.
Okay, all right. Big Sexy.
When you talk about getting things started, let us go back to 1984, Purple Rain. "Let's Go Crazy," the revolution, the long version, blew up the film, blew up the audience. And now, even almost 35 years later, when he was doing it on tour with Third Eye Girl, he rearranged it, still came out first, blew up the building with it. The song's unstoppable. "Wanna Be Starting Something?" Yeah, it's cute. I'm saying, yeah, right, whatever.
Damn.
"Let's Go Crazy" brings the fire, always has, always does. Clearly, the superior song.
Wait, are you saying the "Mama Say Mama Sigh" part is silly? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That was the dopest part of the song.
I rest my case.
Wow.
Wait. Is Ampu saying it was silly too?
No, I'm not. I just said I forgot that part was in there. I'm like, yeah,
hey, let me ask y'all something.
that's kind of iconic.
Let me ask y'all something. I remember this like it was yesterday. We had to do off the cuff debates in high school in the English class, and this one kid got up and said that the "Mama Say Mama Sa," Mamaku Sa, I forget the term.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
go.
sorry. Go ahead.
You trying to say it? That's fine.
Mama say Maku-san.
It was a subliminal. I don't know where I got a search from. It was a subliminal message that Michael put in there, and it's a way of saying, "I'll be saved by the sounds of Michael's songs." Mama say, Mama sign, Michael song. I don't know if that's ever true. If anyone listening knows, can research that.
Sound like some old hood, story or something. But hey,
Well, he's a white kid, but okay.
That you's from the streets. No, I'm just. I would say this. I would go by culturally. Let's Go Crazy, because it starts his movie. It's still performed to. You never hear anybody performing Mama Say Maki. Mama Say. You never hear anybody covering "Wanna Be Starting Something." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just never heard anybody else do that. And I love the song. I'm just thinking culturally, I think Let's Go Crazy is probably more like, I mean, it was the start of a big movie. It's one of his signature songs, I would say. But I love both of them.
It's not much of a competition for me. Let's Go Crazy. You have the opening of the movie, all of that, bringing all of those characters together. You have a dope in solo when you get into the dance.
Hold up. Why are we talking about movies? That means Prince is gonna win all the time. If he pulls from Purple Rain, Michael didn't. Well, The Wiz, but that don't count. Why are we doing movies? That should be on the plate.
Because we're talking about the visual performance of the song, just like when we visual performance of the song, just like when we get into Thriller. I mean, hands down, Thriller's gonna win because the video.
Just like we get to Billie Jean, we're gonna talk to Motown 25.
Right.
You can't do that song and not talk 25.
Right.
You can't talk Beat It and not talk that video.
Right.
And we're leaving it open. Like, it would be different the music, but I think we have to have a bigger conversation about it. Go ahead, Q.
I was going to you brought up Billie Jean. That video, if he had never performed on Motown 25, that Billie Jean video itself,
you might want to save it for your argument. I'm just saying, you might want to save it.
All right. So I know it seems to be rather divided. Let me ask the chat. If you are on the side of Let's Go Crazy, type in 1 in the chat. And there is a little delay, so we'll wait a second. But if you think that Let's Go Crazy is better than Mama Say Makusa, want to be starting something, type in 1. Let's see 2 ones.
Michael was known for adding weird,
making up words.
Yeah,
Shimon.
Because I'm sure everyone here saw the behind the scenes of We Are the World, and he added up this shala shalinge. He was really big about adding.
Because he was going with the feeling of stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
All right. So I see we got some ones. How many people feel like Want to Be Starting Something would win this one? Type in 2. So type in 2.
So only you can see this, I take it.
You can see it.
You can see it, old man Q.
I'm looking right at it.
Click on live comments.
Oh, is that what that means? All love. All right, we got a few twos. Y'all don't want to give Mike his. Okay, all right.
Damn.
Well, I think Let's Go Crazy.
That was a blowout.
And yeah, I guess we're seeing everybody.
I'm surprised at that, to be honest.
Not for that song. Those songs, nah.
All right, what's the next one? What's the next
Housequake ain't on this list. That's bullshit.
What's the next one we got?
The next one is for Michael Jackson, Beat It, and for Prince, Pop Life.
Another hard one.
Man.
You know what? Look, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're giving it to Beat It?
I'll give him Beat It, yeah. I'll give him this round. Because look, Pop Life is a fun song, but it's not culturally out there. Beat It took, the biggest album. Then he walked across the street.
I'm supposed to be representing. Why are you taking my case? You're not second chair on this. I am the attorney.
I am never
Classic
second
Q. He
chair.
can't take the L and he won't take the W either.
It's my job to.
Please.
Oh,
Let my man go ahead and do his thing.
Go ahead.
Well, you done took. Okay, first of all, it was a black artist.
Yep, that was good.
To a lot of black consumers about a rock track, a song that had a rock flavor to it. It had what I consider to be probably, I'm not going to say the most, but one of the most iconic guitar solos from a rock group that is very well known. And it really merged together rock and R&B. And when you think about that video with my man doing this shit and
break it down. Do
Yeah, go ahead, girl. Yes, girl.
I love when they tie each other's wrists off and start doing the dancing, and you know that's like and then oh, I'm gonna do one more. When he rips open the shirt and you see that pattern on the shirt. Remember that step he does? He rips open his shirt and does his little move. I mean, that's classic. So.
But why we talk about videos?
Well, if y'all gonna set that out, I'm gonna use it to my advantage. God damn it!
You know, would have been a better team up. Would have been Beat It versus Let's Go Crazy.
I agree.
And I still would throw in the towel on that one because again, the way Q undersold it is almost criminal.
I undersold it.
Mike was the biggest guy going, bar none.
Well, that's a given.
Whoa. Across the street over in Rockland, there was no one bigger than Van Halen, and no guitar player better than Eddie.
And you on the
Quincy made that shit happen. Okay. And the cool thing about that,
Van Halen and Prince.
moving right along here.
Well,
whoa. Are you saying Eddie Van Halen outranks Prince in guitar skills?
Yes.
What? Wait, what? Send all your hate mail.
Well, no, let's do it like this. At that particular time, when these songs were recorded, I would have to tip my hat to.
To who? Eddie Van Halen?
At the time that these two songs were recorded?
That don't mean Prince didn't have the skill at that time. He just wasn't using his guitar, his live instruments as well.
I've never heard of anything at that particular time.
Computer Blue.
Better than all of Eddie Van Halen?
I'm not saying all of them. I'm talking about this particular solo. Isn't that what we're talking about?
Well, we're not talking about Computer Blue, so I don't know why you brought that up.
I'm talking about Prince playing guitar in that song. Plus, you could look at Purple Rain. How can you say Eddie Van Halen was better
right here?
And
how much Eddie Van Halen do you know?
And I don't know a lot either, but I ain't gonna sit there and say Eddie ain't the shit on the guitar at that particular time in music.
I didn't say Eddie wasn't the shit. He said he was better than Prince.
How much Eddie do you know?
Other than 1984, I'm not gonna lie. Van Halen, it was that 1984 album with Jump and all that on it?
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Then you need to stop right there. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm with you on this. Big Sexy. I need you to turn in your Prince card.
Hilarious.
What? I know that's not the Easy Lover talking. No, man.
What's that all about?
Another show.
I didn't know the guy who did Easy Lover was the same guy that sung Reasons.
Philip Bailey.
Oh,
exactly. He's young, man. He's young. Yeah. Well, so listen. For me, though, I would have to pick Pop Life just because for me that I like that song way better. Beat It is dope. I can understand why Beat It may win, but me personally, I play Pop Life till this day. That's just the jam to me. I love it.
Cosign Mike.
Hey,
I gotta go with Pop Life.
What is that? And Mike, you talked about this on your show. What is that thing where it goes into a live crowd or something? What is that?
Well, I don't know if that particular sound is what I'm going to say it is, but it's supposed to be in reference to when Prince was booed off of the stage at the Rolling Stone concert least
that's the sound from that show.
I can't say if that's the actual sound from it. I don't know, but I think that's sort of what it's supposed to be implying. I'm sure somebody in the chat will jump in and say, no, it was really this one. Relax. It may be, but that's what I've always heard.
Sounds like they're cheering on that part.
Get this out of here.
I
got to disagree with the king and queen now. Bambi does burn, don't get me wrong. But when you pick up the whole first Eddie Van Halen album and then you jump over to Fair Warning, please. Put it this way. The difference between Eddie and Prince is closer than it was between Prince and anybody at the Hall of Fame that night. I'll tell you that.
I got a second with Melissa says Pop Life aged better.
Yeah. I'll grant that one.
Okay, round 3 from Michael Jackson. This is a tough one. I think this might be this might be Q's comeback. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough from Michael Jackson versus Kiss from Prince.
Okay, I'm gonna have to recuse myself, like the certain like William Barr. I don't really like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I gotta be honest with you.
Wow.
And if you put that up against Kiss, no question. I can't.
Women not girls.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. The only thing I can say about it is that, again, it's just like Wanna Be Starting Something. It's a longer running anthemic type of song where Michael it's just a riff. Same thing with The Way You Make Me Feel. To a certain degree, what's that song on the Jackson's Triumph album? Can You Feel It?
Can You Feel It?
It has that same anthemic. It's one groove that plays for like 5.5 minutes. And if you're into it, it works. I just, after a minute and a half of that song, I'm like, okay, let's move on.
But I'm going Michael Jackson all the way on this one though.
What one? Which one you want?
Michael Jackson all day.
Over Kiss?
Nah,
yeah, man. Yeah, for me.
No.
I love Kiss, but come on, don't stop. Don't stop.
But the Force has a lot of power.
Yeah, that's
what are gonna do,
man. Stop it.
I'm gonna be
talk to your brothers, man. Talk to your brothers.
I'm gonna be a homer and say Kiss. To me,
there you go.
No,
I'm not mad at it.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is iconic. It's definitely a groove, but that to me that's not the best song on the album. And Kiss I'm sorry, Kiss is filthy. That guitar lick, come on. Rodney got them jokes.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, here's my card because I have to go with MJ on that one. Huh?
Can I get a minute? And I know Big Sexy. What happened?
Q, you're on that Wi-Fi and it's not working sometimes.
Pay your bill.
We didn't understand what you said.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but it's like
well, even if I had a hard line, I wouldn't be able to use it because, like I said, my basement flooded. But anyway, Big Sexy probably won't remember this, but since I'm like an archivist, I remember we were talking about Kiss years ago, and he and I agreed that neither one of us can stand the live version. So if you put Don't Stop Till You Get Enough up against the live version where he got rid of that funky guitar and those horns, he replaced it with horn riffs, I'm with Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I can't stand the live version of Kiss.
Just out of curiosity, Q, what web browser are you using?
That's came out.
Well, it only works with Chrome, so he's using Chrome.
Oh, okay.
Leave Q alone.
No, somebody in chat said you were on Netscape Navigator.
Q about to log off. I'm done with these niggas.
All right. Round 4.
I'm that close to logging off. Go ahead.
The hard one as well. Michael Jackson's Dirty Diana versus Darling Nikki.
Oh.
Darling Nikki all day. Yeah. All day, because Diana, let's face it, is a knockoff of Nikki.
And it's whack.
I would say
and Michael tried to repeat what he did with Beat It. He got the hot guitar slinger at the time.
Okay, I got
from Billy Idol, who wasn't all that hot.
Here he go.
Right. It's still a knockoff. Go ahead, make your case then, man.
Okay, man. Now listen, Dirty Diana I'm a cake for the song. All right. Even though Darling Nikki is a better song, I'm a cake for Dirty Diana. I think lyrically, that was when we first kind of started seeing, well, Michael Jackson as a solo artist. That's the first time we kind of saw him talking about how as a performer, how he had to walk these sexual landmines. It was one of the first few times. Am I coming across? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I see Mike got some kind of stupid grin on his face. I wasn't sure.
Wow.
look like he had some kind of.
Yeah, brother. Go ahead.
So it was the first time. I mean, at that time, Michael Jackson. What part of his fame, I think, in my opinion, was his androgyny, his ability to seem to be above the fray with all of the women chasing bullshit, this and that. And so to hear this song, it was a head buster that Michael was having these issues potentially. So I think that the lyrics is what makes the song really stand out for me. Now, when I found out that the woman's thighs that we saw,
see how his connection went bad when you start talking some
okay.
foolishness? We don't even know what you just said. Stop.
I said, when I found out the legs that appear in the video were his sister's leg, LaToya, I was like, that's kind of messed up. But anyway, that's why I'll pay for the song lyrically. I think it's
okay. I'm gonna prefix this incoming Aunt Pooh foolishness. One, Dirty Diana to me is not a takeoff on Darling Nikki. It's a takeoff on Little Red Corvette. I feel like it has the same themes. It has, as it crescendos to the hook, I think both of those songs mimic each other, and it even has that same guitar lick. Two, I'm going with Dirty Diana. I love that song. Darling Nikki, I got to be in the mood for it. Dirty Diana, I play that a lot of the time. Yes, Dirty Diana. I love that song. Now, I think the part of the reason why I love the song is because I think it reminds me of Little Red Corvette, but I'm saying in this case, Dirty Diana. Why are you looking at me like that, Q?
No, I was reading Blade Brown says that was a model's body, not LaToya. I'm not going to die on that hill. I heard it was LaToya's thighs that we saw in that video.
And for the record, for context, you believe Wade too, right?
I believe Wade went through something.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I said it. Yeah.
Hashtag what did you get me on?
Exactly. You're right. Shout out to King and Queens. I'm tired of giving you my money, but come on. Darling Nikki was the song that put warning labels on records and albums. Darling Nikki all day. To me, Darling Nikki is just a tougher song. It's a rock and funk song. Like, and one man doing it all by himself. I mean, he killed that track.
Can I? Okay, wait.
That shouldn't be a determining factor.
Well, it's no more determining factor than the movies and all the other ancillary things we brought up. So I'm just bringing that up as well.
Can I just now, even though I cape for Dirty Diana, I much prefer Darling Nikki. One of the reasons, what I remember to this day, when I went to see Purple Rain for the first time, I had been listening to Darling Nikki all this time. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see the movie, to see these songs, how they do the songs in the movie. And when he did that part on the speaker, come back, Nikki, come. And he was actually talking to Apollonia.
Yeah.
The crowd went nuts. And I was like, yo. And I
started humping the stage.
My introduction, that was kind of my introduction into becoming 1999, but that's when I became Prince fan during that in the album. In that moment, I'll never forget that moment. That was cold when he did that.
Oh, sorry. Shout out to Blade Brown. He said Wade went through his checking account. That's what he went through.
How do you do a Q? How do you do it?
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, I was crushing a can.
Wow, you got to work on that, Mike. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay, next one, round 5. Dangerous from Michael Jackson versus Prince's "I Would Die for You."
Okay, I'm not a big fan of either song. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like them equally. I think they're both kind of like run of the mill, but I will cake for Dangerous because I think between Dangerous
Yeah,
and,
the internet don't even agree with that. Matter of fact, Rodney put $10 on a new modem for you. AOL modem. Shout out to Rodney.
What do you want me to do? I don't control Verizon.
What, you got Verizon and acted like that? Damn.
You sure it's not Metro?
PCF.
They're not doing a test service in your area.
Hold on.
This nigga got TV1 modem over there. New test service.
Anyway, I can't control it. As soon as this pandemic is over, I will call Verizon and have some people out to the house. What you want? What more can I say?
Didn't you just have people at your house doing work?
Yeah, that's important
different.
shit.
Okay, you're right. He said you got the cricket service. Lord,
this is the only time I'm gonna let y'all clown me. I ain't got no comeback.
Well, because it's love. We doing this out of love.
Go ahead, clown all you want.
But anyway, back to the music.
Dangerous has a better beat, and that's not really saying much. I think it's one of the most boring songs on the album. There's a reason he put it at the end, I think, but it has the better beat, and we saw him perform that when he performed that at the American Music Awards, and I want to say it was '91. Where we first saw the gangsters. Well, actually, we first saw the gangster thing in Smooth Criminal.
Sean Christopher this?
What's that?
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Blade Brown says he's about to go to the gym. I don't know if Blade is in our Discord chat, but that was really a shot at one of our Discord people. But I could be mistaken. My bad. I'm interrupting Q breakdown. Q, wrap it up. Q, goddamn.
No, I just said when he performed it live with the gangster theme and all that. I mean, I still have that on. I still enjoy that. So that's why I cake for Dangerous. That's what Dangerous. That's why it's a good song.
All right. I said Dirty Diana was whack. That's right. I said that. I'll be all that. Big Sexy.
Wait, hold on. Lawrence Johnson said Q got that Verizon, not Verizon. You better jump back into it.
Ain't this about a bitch? Leave
I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean?
Said you got the knockoff version of Verizon.
Oh, okay. Maybe I do.
All right, let's just cut to the chase here.
I still got a pool in the backyard though.
Oh,
flex on him.
See, Q, you heard Q, and now 20 minutes earlier, oh, you got a Range Rover, you got the Michelin Star, and here you go. Get out my face. Now, moving right along here. I Would Die For You, please. Iconic. Okay, iconic.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And then the extended version, please, man. Please. I can go back to 84 on that tour. They all come out in the white. He's got his tambourines. Blew the building up.
Wait, why am I losing street cred? I don't get that. Why am I losing street cred? Someone
can't lose what you don't have.
Public service announcement. Why am I losing street cred? Because I'm not clapping back. Is that what it is? Okay.
Do you?
No,
man.
it's your John Crew modem. That's what it is, man.
John
we are the Johnson Crew.
Wow, I'm surprised you got that one.
I had to reach back to college on that one.
Yes, you did.
That Jonzun Johnson Crew.
Yep.
Well, then with your space cowboy suit on.
Hey, but yo, at least they can see me. I got a camera.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Okay, that.
You over like the Phantom of the Opera and shit.
Phantom of the Opera in a Range Rover. Okay.
Okay.
But we can't see
it. Would you like to see it?
Pause. No.
All right. We have pause. not that type of video cam.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna be that guy.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of I Would Die For You, and I
shit.
really like Dangerous, so I did have to go with Dangerous.
Jesus Christ.
Moving on.
Party poop.
Michael, I think this might be a route. Michael Jackson's "Rock With You" versus Prince's "Take Me With You."
Oh my God!
That's the easy one.
Come on now. Take Me With You is the worst song on the on Purple Rain album. I hate that song. Rock With You. The first time them drums hit, you're like, huh? That's just
My nigga frozen.
When Q-Storm talk, people listen.
Hilarious.
Who wrote Rock With You, man?
I don't even need to say. I can rest my case on that one right now. That's
Who wrote it?
Smoothest post disco R&B ever.
Written by?
I don't know who. Was it written by Quincy or Michael?
Neither.
Wasn't it Rod Temperton?
Thank you, Anthony. Damn.
Yeah.
Mark, what you got on Take Me With You?
You know, against Rock With You, not much. You know, again, I know Michael's got some of these like life-altering singles, and that's fine. I'll give him his 3 or 4 of those, but the rest all belongs to Prince.
So I'm Rock With You as well. That's a no-brainer to me.
The only thing,
Rock With You.
the only shade I throw to Mike on that song is that video with him looking like a spaceman and them ugly ass lights.
Man, that was the style back.
Man, that was 1979. What do you expect?
I know it hasn't aged well.
This should be an interesting one. Round 7, Off the Wall versus You Got the Look.
Yeah, let's get there and mix it up.
No question with that one either.
Yeah. MJ all day on that. I'm sorry.
I don't know about all day on that one.
I mean, You Got the Look. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Off the Wall, a strong song, don't get me wrong, but You Got the Look, again, another iconic Prince banger. Please, people rip that off on the catwalk. That's the song, man. Now, again, if we do lose this round, it will not be by knockout. It'll be a 10-9 round. I'll give you that. But nah, man, I ain't roll over on that one. Sorry.
And then don't do the extended version.
You can do whatever version you want. Ain't nobody. Come on, man. We're talking about Off the Wall. Stop.
Well, the only way you're gonna win this one is if you do the extended version. Now, I love if I'm not mistaken, You Got the Look starts the second side of the cassette. Wow. Isn't the next song after that If I Was Your Girlfriend?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah. Terrible song placement, first of all. Okay.
What this got to do with your argument?
Let me make the argument. Damn. Okay. It's a nice song, but it's a little too, I don't know, it's a little bit too rote for me. It's like there's nothing really interesting. The lyrics are interesting. He got the Camille thing going, but you got Off the Wall. I mean, that's got that bass in it, and it's got those chords in it that just backyard barbecue cookout in the summer. And you just your uncle and auntie up dancing the grass. What? Hello?
Q, you're gonna have to keep yours kind of short because you starts to crap out again, man.
All right, Off the Wall wins.
There you go.
Okay, so Gil Whiting said you're putting hits against B-siders. I'm like, what?
You Got the Look was a single, wasn't it?
I think it was number 1. If I'm not mistaken.
I think she's saying it's a B-sider. You know, not that it is, but call it. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was the number 1 song.
I'm curious why he chose Sheena Easton to duet on that song with.
Probably one of the draws. No.
Hilarious.
He used to run on Sugar Walls. Why not?
Yeah. So
I'm curious you didn't put Kim Basinger on that. Oh no, she wasn't until back.
No. We don't want that.
Yeah, let's stay on the. Let's not go into our revisionist history.
Yeah, we don't want all that. Have you heard Hollywood Nights? We don't want that, man. Woo.
Well, I'm guessing I'm gonna be the lone one going for Prince. I'm going with You Got the Look.
Lone. Then welcome back to the club, Anthony. Thank you.
Oh, okay. You going with that? Next one. This could be a hard one. Pause. The Way You Make Me Feel versus When Doves Cry.
Say it again. Which song?
That's a shutdown.
The Way You Make Me Feel versus When Doves Cry.
Ain't nothing hard about that.
Okay.
No, there ain't nothing hard about that.
Go ahead,
Well-
Q. Go ahead, Q.
It's When Doves Cries takes the trophy right there. I'm not,
Okay.
because I honestly do not like the way you make me feel. Another minute to that song, I'm like, let's move on.
Really?
It's repetitive. It's repetitive,
Mm.
and to me, I'm gonna say it. The bad album. If I crap out, just do that. Okay. The bad album overall, the production on it was fantastic, but everything sounded so artificial to me, including this song. Everything seems so artificial. It seems like it was all. I can hear the sequencing, and there's no organic feel to it, and just goes on and on and on and on. I don't like the song, so I can't defend it. When Doves Cry easily wins this battle.
Mark?
He's right, He's absolutely right, The only thing good about the way you make me feel is, what's my girl's name? Tatiana? What's up, girl? How you doing? But other than that, it's When Doves Cry all day. Back in '84, I had my little hat too, like Prince would slam down in concert. You couldn't tell me, man.
All right, you got pictures of that?
Oh no! Oh no!
I want to see.
No pictures of the fedora, man. No.
Hold up. Michael's songs were not always repetitive. Let's knock it off. Stop it.
Well, Michael didn't write shit, so.
Huh?
Well, okay. See, here's the thing about Michael didn't write stuff, which he did. If we're gonna go by the skills of the musicians, or are you just saying because the person wrote it and sung it? Because some of the people working on Michael stuff is goddamn some of the best people who ever have done it.
No,
Let's
he
be
has
clear.
a Quincy team behind him. He's got the best in the business. Yeah.
You got to. So his songs are crafted by the top elite, illest cats in the game. Like
McCartney, Carol
Stop
Dale
playing.
Sager, Rod Temperton, man. They got tons of people, man.
What's the bass player from the Johnson Brothers? What's the dude from the
Lewis Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. He blows. You think that let me ask you guys this. Who's a better bass player on the records that are in the same time period? That brother from Brothers Johnson or Prince?
On those records? I'll give it to Lewis Johnson.
I'm going with Brother John.
Yeah.
Lewis is one of those guys you could actually mention in the same breath as Larry Graham. Lewis is that good. And Lewis
So Mike had
serious.
So we can't just say, well, he didn't write it. I mean, then that's saying, oh, so Stevie Wonder don't matter. Like you said, Stevie Wonder wrote some of them Michael songs.
Oh, and according to Wikipedia, Mark, all tracks written by Michael Jackson, except where noted, which would include The Way You Make Me Feel. So,
Yeah, right. Just like Barry Gordy wrote all that stuff too. I don't mean shit.
Here you go.
This Barry Gordy slander not be tolerated.
All right, go on to the next one. PYT versus Do Me Baby.
Ooh,
Oh, please.
man.
How you going to put those two together? One's a slow.
That's just
Hey, if we watched on Monday, that don't matter. It's about
right.
when you place it.
I'm going to go ahead and take this one. PYT is crap. I said it.
Huh?
I put my name on it. I'm saying it. Now, let's go to Do Me, Baby. Oh, yeah. That's the one. When he was doing it, tearing it up. Then he had my girl Melissa Morgan come out, do it. She tore it up. That song's iconic. It's a killer. PYT is a throwaway. Right up there with Lady in My Life. Yeah, I said it.
Wait, did you say Lady in My Life is a throw?
Throw away. Throw away.
Man.
No, you
Don't
sir.
speak on
What?
Mike.
You sound like a fool.
Yeah, don't speak on Mike.
You sound like a damn fool right now.
Take someone. Prove me wrong.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
PYT. Come on.
Thank you.
Wait, what song are you doing?
That's PYT.
That boy good.
Where did you come from?
Good, terrible.
Okay.
Go
Now
ahead,
you brought
Q.
it back, but that beat, I didn't recognize that. I'm sorry.
That bass line, I remember.
I thought you were doing Sanford and Son or something. I thought to come here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I remember Mike played that as the outro music on a track. He played the instrumental. Did I freeze again?
No. Blade Brown said, I don't think you're helping the case.
Okay, anyway, Mike played he played that instrumental on one of his as the outro music, and it was just instrumental, no lyric. And I listened to it, I'm like, oh, I've been listening to this song all this time, and I couldn't even hear how it thumps like that. That song is dope. You kind of like to throw away.
Throw away.
I disagree with you. That's not. It's not a throwaway. I mean, come on. That song is a classic. I think these are two. You can't even match these songs together personally because I love both of them. It's just hard to go with one. I mean, "Do Me Baby" it's a classic slow jam. Only thing I would say about "Do Me Baby," if I had to knock it, it is a slow jam. It fits in the wheelbarrow of other songs that are just kind of like that. I don't think he did anything that you haven't heard in black music, slow music before, personally.
Okay.
But it's a great song. But I don't think to me, it's like, it's black music. Like you've heard stuff like that before. Maybe not necessarily the way Prince puts his spin on it, but I mean, musically, it's not necessarily a groundbreaking song. To me, PYT, I would say the same thing. It's the best it's the best sugar-coated black pop song you could ever hear. Like, it's R&B pop the best way possible.
I don't even say it's pop. I say that's straight R&B.
I think it has pop elements to it, but I mean, it's the best kind of that you could ever do.
Garfield Harrison says James Ingram co-wrote PYT. I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't he just pass too recently?
Man, don't be killing people out here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know he's got some stuff with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, his new stuff. So I hope he didn't pass. But all right.
He did pass away.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. January 29th.
All right. Tell us, Q. Q's like that.
That's one for you. For me, it's "Do Me Baby." PYT is a nice flirtatious. You want to get up on a dance floor, whisper in the ear, try to take shorty home. "Do Me Baby" is take the drawers off.
Right, and it just depends on what you're trying to do. That's what I'm saying. Like for an older person, "Do Me Baby" might be immediate. For kids, it could be PYT. Like, that's so fun, and so
Well, now, for me, I said for me, I'm gonna take it to another level. Samples. "Do Me Baby" was sampled for, in my opinion, a classic girl track, "He's Mine" by Moke and Steph, and by Tupac. Whatever. Look it up. Moke and Steph. "He's Mine." Look it up.
I know who they are. I understand.
Oh, well. And then of course by Tupac for "To Live and Die in L.A."
True.
Yeah. So the staying power of the music.
I was gonna say even the remix that came out on the I forget what album, the even that is something.
Yeah, we unfortunately we didn't hear what you said, but
hey, Devin, that's not helping the case that Kanye sampled PYT. It's not up in here.
I said the remix of PYT, even that is dope.
Okay. All right. How many more songs? Because we ain't gonna do all of these.
We actually got 11.
Just do two more. We'll do two more.
Two more. Okay. Let's do this one. No, not that one. Okay, let's do number 20. "Smooth Criminal" versus "I Want to Be Your Lover."
I'm going. Well, okay. Is it my turn to start?
Go ahead.
And seriously, I can't do anything about the Wi-Fi. If it's bad, just give me the hook. Okay. Do something visual so I can see I need to stop. "Smooth Criminal" wins easily because of that. Even though, again, it sounds artificial. What? What's wrong?
Go ahead, listening.
Even though it still sounds artificial, I wish it had been a real bass instead of keyboard bass. It just thumps. I mean, it does to me. That song thumps like "The Way You Make Me Feel," but it has a progression to it, and it has crescendos, and it has. I mean, the vocals on it are so much better. It's just smooth. I mean, the lyrics are like, what is he doing? He's saying the same thing over and over again. But that makes it dope. And then you see the video. The video sends it over the top. That's when we first see the gangsta lean, literally the lean. We see some classic choreography.
Wait. Did you call it the gangster lean?
I said literally the gangster lean.
No, I'm not knocking. I'm just like I've never seen it heard called that. I'll give you that one, but I'm like, no, that's not a gangster lean. But,
And I'm just saying that to me, the video, even though it's got that weird middle part where he's chanting and then the cat's walking on the piano and all. The video sends that song over the top, hands down. That's the track. That's the winner.
Mark, what you got to say?
Am I back?
Yeah.
You back with this ass whooping. All right, look, let's go back to 1979. Prince finishes his second album, turns into Warner Brothers. Lenny Waronker and Monster say, Prince, we need a single. Prince like, give me 10 minutes. Comes back out, boom, I Want to Be Your Lover. There it is. The song really set him on fire, put him on the map, kept him on the map. People copy it to this day. To this day. That song is anthemic. Every time we play it, people sing right back to him. Smooth Criminal, okay, you got the pimp lane. And now, moving along here. Sensational. I Want to Be a Lover is the cut, man.
Y'all are not shit. Q done. Q was about done too.
Wait, you know what? Let me go to 5G network.
Oh, now you want to do that?
Now you hear they. Oh,
well,
see, it's that 5G that causing the corona now, Q. You don't want to get on.
Now, I got my shit on.
I don't know if they're copying it to this day, but I will say that I Want to Be Your Lover works as a pop song, as an R&B song, and as a disco song. And that's amazing that he, at that young age, he's able to turn out a song that can fit in all those different genres of music.
And he did it under the heat of the label. Like, we need a single, we need a hit. He's like, okay, boom, and he does this. I said something there, man.
Let me just jump in real quick. I would just say, Tim, come on, Q, you got to admit, I Want to Be a Lover blows Smooth Criminal out the water. Come on, man, like.
Okay,
no, I Want to Be a Lover is.
I wouldn't say that.
You don't think so?
I would.
I think. I hate Smooth Criminal, the song. I only love it because of the video. That's what made. I actually thought it was trash when I first heard it. Like, and I was a heavy Michael fan. I don't like that. I don't know, something about it just is corny. But the video makes it great. Like when I think of the song, without the video, the song is nothing, in my opinion. That's me.
I remember. I don't know. I can't remember where I saw this. Maybe it was Video Soul or something like that. But Stephanie Mills, I remember someone did an interview with her, and she was trying to sing a song. That.
All right, King.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Go ahead. King and Queen,
man. Trying to sing a song, and the producer at the time, well, I can't remember. We're going way back. He said, "Listen to this song right here. Listen to what's being done in the song." The song the producer played was Smooth Criminal. And she said, you know what? I realized listening to that song, Michael wasn't really singing, he was chanting. Annie, are you okay? So Annie, are you okay? He was chanting. And that inspired her to put out I can't remember the song, I wish I could, I'll look it up. But that song got used to inspire another artist. Okay?
Which artist is this?
Stephanie Mills.
Oh, okay.
And what song was it?
That's what I'm saying. We're talking 30 years ago, 20 years. I can't remember.
Hell of an inspiration there.
It's a good point.
But check it out. I remember Stephanie Mills talking about it. So that's going to be what you remember.
Yeah, right. And not the song. What's I tell you?
Which is not the point. I remember Smooth Criminal being used. I remember that song. But someone said in the chat, I can't find who it was. He said what I was trying to say.
Was it You Put a Rush on Me, Q?
Oh, that
was in the Black Ass Dad movie just did.
Andre Staley, I think that's how you pronounce it. He said, and I agree with him, the video is dope, but as two standalone songs, I Want to Be Your Lover is more organic and less mechanical. I would agree with that. As I said, the whole album, Bad Album, sounds way too sequenced to me. It sounds too, like when you quantize something, Mike, and it just gets it right in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds too much like that. And Smooth Criminal does sound like that, but all is forgiven because of that bass line and that beat. And the video.
Mike, I know you said only two more, but I think we need to do two more because there was one battle I forgot. But battle one, Human Nature versus The Beautiful Ones.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
wow. Okay, go ahead. You go ahead first, Big Sexy.
I'll make this short and sweet. Do you want him or do you want me? Because I want you. Baby, listen to me. That's
Hold, wait. I get you and you do that shit. I want to see some comments, goddamn.
Is the cut. Human Nature is great, but to me, Human Nature doesn't really bang until SWV took it and put their thing with it. That's when it got good for me. I said it.
Right. He's right.
You said he's right?
Human Nature is a good song, but it's a lovely song. But it really doesn't. What is that?
Michael Dean has left the building.
Dude, Mike, go on your Soldier Boy. He's right.
Exactly.
Right.
Come on, man.
Is it my turn or not? Is it my turn?
Go ahead, man.
Human Nature is a great song, but it does seem like a filler song from one song to the next. It's a bridge song, what I call a bridge song, where you want to go, the album goes one way, and then okay, let's bring it back up again. All right, let's throw this cut on first so we can get to where we want to go. That's what Human Nature is. It's not a song I would say, let me hear that single. No. It's a song I would only listen to if I'm listening to the whole album.
Now I'm gonna go with The Beautiful Ones.
You're an MJ fan?
He was.
Oh, you're right. He was.
Yeah. The Beautiful Ones. There's a lot going on there. The music, the lyrics, the passion, but it's not a blowout. It's not a blowout. That's close.
That's a blowout. That's a blowout.
Yeah. And with The Beautiful Ones, it's the same thing in the Purple Rain movie. The way when he says, I forget, there's a point where he points. Oh, maybe no, he does. He sings to Apollonia in the movie, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me go. Listen, I love The Beautiful Ones. The Beautiful Ones is a work of art. That performance in that movie, forever, hands down, is one of the highlights of that movie. But Human Nature, man, I don't know. I mean, to me, that is just essential Michael Jackson. Like, that song is beautiful. It just it's a vibe. When you hear that, it's just like, that is beautiful. And his voice, no one can sing that song. And to me, the SW thing, that was cute, in my opinion. That was just cute sampling, but stop it. Mike, that's the essence to me of Michael Jackson. Like, it's just that beautiful. He's an angel. That song was
Jackson.
To me, for me, that type of song is, man. I love that. Like, that's a classic to me.
Man, that's what that is.
It's a who?
The essence of Toto, because they played all the music on it.
Well, whoever, yeah, is I can see that now. You said I hear that, but yeah, man, to me that is just a beautiful song. But either one of them are dope. But,
Rodney, come on, man, you are a man, 50 grand, but to say Butterflies is better than Human Nature? Stop it.
I see where he's coming from, though. I kind of get that.
Blade clowning you again, Q. He said, bruh, whose lawyer is this?
Oh, man.
Okay. Wait, is that based on me saying Human Nature is not that? Is it just an okay song?
I guess so, yeah. Okay, and I know you wanted to get going, but this last one I thought was a good one, too. Remember the Time versus Erotic City.
Oh, my God. Don't make me do that.
Please.
Don't make me. Oh, man.
Go ahead, Q. What you got?
I don't know, man.
Exactly. A man came out with a B-side and shut it down.
Erotic City is my shit.
A B-side and shut it down. Okay.
In college, when we had the dorm parties and
you're supposed to be going for Remember the Time, Q. Come on, man.
And when the Qs would come and step, they would play Atomic Dog, and then they would follow that shit up with Erotic City. I don't know if I can do it. I might have to recuse myself. I can't do it. No, Erotic City, hands down.
Wow.
You don't have to take this beating personally, but you're going to take it. That's the way it is.
I just gave it to you.
Oh, no. You didn't give me anything. The song took it. There it is.
Let me ask you this, Q. Which song do you play most?
I don't know. Probably equally the same. I'll be honest.
Mm.
But Erotic City, if I had to choose between which one do I want to hear, it's going to be Erotic City all day.
Okay.
That's just because my history. I've just been in college and going to the party and dancing with, I just have it just brings back fond memories for me too.
I get it.
And that beat, I mean, I was really into Prince. That was when I first became a Prince fan. And Erotic City is the B-side of Let's Go Crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I bought Let's Go Crazy, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like this rock song. And then I turn it over and play that song. Oh my, that song, I got the same feeling when I turned over Jesse Johnson,
Free World.
I think it was Can You Help Me?
Free World.
Free World? Oh God.
Free World is the cut.
Stop it. Erotic City. I can't. Michael, you're gonna have to find another lawyer. Whoever put you, whose lawyer. Can't fuck with it.
Okay, but when we take into account the video, does that help his case at all?
Nope.
Who, Michael's?
Yes.
Let me say this though. I'm going to go with Erotic City, but I think it's beautiful that that there's even a discussion of a song like Remember the Time even being up against that, because I mean it's such a more current song. It's Teddy Riley. I actually probably play Remember the Time more, only because in my mind Erotic City is so played out to me, and there's so many other Prince songs that I love way better than that.
Well,
So I'm usually playing that, but I would still go with Erotic City. But
now, when you say so many more Prince songs better than that, is Erotic City in your top 10?
no.
What? Okay.
And it's not to say it's a bad. The song is ill, but I just I've heard enough of it.
Blade Brown, I've been on you with your jokes and all, but you lost me. Hot take: Sheila E. made Erotic City.
I kind of feel it. I feel him on that.
No.
I feel him. Yeah.
No.
To hear Sheila E., who was looking fine and glamorous life, to hear her say, "We can fuck until the dawn," head bust.
No.
Well, she says funk. She makes it clear that she never said that.
He said, "Stop it."
Stop it. Stop it.
Now the conspiracy brother and me would be like, wait, you can believe Wade, but you can't believe Sheila?
Why we keep going back to Wade? I understand. We talking about Wade. Why we keep talking about Wade?
He's just trying to get one on you.
It's point scoring.
Yeah.
Nah, to hear her talk about fucking until the dawn, I'm like, take my money.
Movie star got it absolutely correct. Any girl could have sung that part. Same impact.
I
She
disagree.
didn't bring anything unique to it.
I disagree. Because
No,
Sheila E. had just got put on by Prince around that time, right? She was the new thing. So to hear her singing that, wasn't she?
I think so, yeah. Royal Comics said, yeah, Sheila put that lemon stank on it.
Y'all terrible. All right.
Can I just say one thing? The only song I put above Erotic City, and it is one of my favorite Prince songs, is a B-side, La 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 He He He.
You're on to that one.
Shout out to Big Ken. That was his cut.
Okay, well, man, this is like super fun and enjoyable, but and I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to get ready to wrap things up, man. We've been going almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we usually go 3-4 hours. I'll be like,
well, yeah, but we're on a different platform right now, so there are times.
See, my 5G has not let me down yet. So okay, all right.
Now, next time you see Q, you're gonna look like a zombie. Nah, I shouldn't say that.
I'm gonna have my hair did.
Man, you better just go to Walmart and get you some clippers and start learning.
I'm not fucking with no clippers. Last time I had to wear a hat for 2 weeks.
Well,
I tell you what, go you in a tribute to Teddy. You should go down to Walmart and get your escrow kit.
Mike, I'm gonna go Italian on you.
Rodney had one last joke in on you, sir. The part of Max Headroom is being played by Q.
Oh, because of all this?
No, I think no, because you keep cutting in and out.
Oh. Damn, I clown myself.
Hilarious.
I clown myself.
I bet you he won't be on that modem next time, boy. He's gonna be coming. I'm like, Q, why are you coming through in 4K? You fucking us all up.
Y'all ain't getting me, goddammit.
Q Storm sponsored by NASA.
Hilarious. Thank you, Love Sexy 71. We appreciate that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this was our first time doing the Michael D show on video and doing it live, and I think it came through pretty well. So normally we do this every week. We'll try to be back here next Saturday. Before we get out of here, Big Sexy, where can they find you online?
Let's see. Twitter, WSC Mark. Facebook, Mark Wiggins. Instagram, Mark Wiggins 2. And recently I put up my Thursday Tequila Throwdown Taste Challenge. That was a mistake. A lot of tequila. A lot of fun, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
tequila ain't no joke. What the hell?
Nah, no, it is not a joke, man. Whew.
All right. Q Storm, when you're not struggling with your connection, where can they find you at? We got to wear it down. Go ahead.
I know. Well, you can find me on Real Q Storm. That's REELQStorm.com. You can find me on Red Shirts. I was hoping to do a review of Black AF, but I don't know if I can do any reviews now until my office gets back up and running because there's too much noise down there. And I also want to add, I'm seeing these dollar amounts, so you're gonna be splitting that, right? We're gonna
I'm gonna hook you up. Mhm.
You're gonna get a that.
We're gonna chip in and get you that modem you need.
I ain't mad. Okay. Shit.
I love my man. He said, I see some money coming across that. Where am I cut?
You know what it was? Someone put up $19.99. I'm like, okay.
He said, now we're talking. Mike, it's a little different, Mike.
I've been doing this shit with you 15 years. I see something from the shit.
I feel you. My people. Aunt Pooh, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. And for all my Instagram followers, I'm doing the 30-day song challenge. I'm on day 25. Come check out what songs I put up there.
All right. And of course, you guys can check us out at podcastjuice.net. Also here on the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. We're also on Facebook. Shout out to all our Facebook people watching us right now. And we're on Instagram, Podcast Juice. And of course, you can join our Patreon page to get the exclusive shows and early releases of podcasts. With that, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Work it like a job. We'll see you next time. Peace.